got these two scholars scour through these logbooks. First of all, what kind of data is there in? What were they looking at? What kind of information did they have?
The Obama administration voluntarily disclosed pretty much all the visitor logs, excluding just really purely personal family visits and maybe some sensitive personnel matters like a Supreme Court nominee coming in the back door. But that was the first time any president had done that. So it's just a treasure trove of data which is relevant to the way the country's run. We want to know who's meeting with the president, and this research made it clear why we want to know, because in fact, looking not just at these three companies you mentioned, but all the visits, and there were hundreds of companies that visited over the years, on average, they got a bump in their stock price over the period from just slightly before the visit to a couple of months afterward of close to 1% in the stock price. That's meaningful. And who knows what was happening behind closed doors, but it's good to know that FaceTime with the president or the president's top aides does seem to help you in the stock market.
On that point, we have seen with this administration a lot of executives coming and going through the White House in a very public way.
Yeah.
There are public meetings with the president. Cameras are in there filming the beginning
right.
of them. What do we know about who these executives were meeting with during the Obama administration? Who were they going there to see?
Well, Valerie Jarrett was the counselor to the president, was the most seen person. Jeffrey Zients, who had been head of the Office of Management and Budget and later head of the National Economic Council, was number 2. And a guy named Barack Obama was number 3.
I mentioned we see so many executives coming and going from the White House now. We see them interacting with the president in a very structured way. Again, there's a photo op at the beginning, then the cameras leave. We don't have the same indication of who's meeting with other members of the administration. Why is that?
In April, President Trump followed through by saying he was not going to make those visitor logs public anymore.
And the reason is?
Concerned about security, that there was a grave risk to national security is what his people said, about somehow letting everybody know, letting the public know about the business of the White House. I happen to disagree with that, but that's what they said.